Must we go in there?
Of course, why?
Why do we have to see him?
Well, darling, I want to see him. He's my uncle. Besides, you've never even met him.
I'm afraid.
What?
I'm afraid.
Afraid of what?
Haven't you any idea of why he wants to see you?
Only what he said in his note. You've asked me that 25 times in the last 2 hours. You know as well as I that he said to come at once. Would you mind waiting for us, please? We won't be but a second.
Why did he leave?
I have no idea. He looked, well...
How good to see you again after so many years.
Thank you, Jacob. How long has it been?
Oh, too long, too long.
Jacob, this is Mrs. Corbett.
Madame.
Jacob has been with Uncle Amos forever.
Not forever, but a long, long time. Your uncle is waiting for you.
Right. Well, Jacob, how have you been?
Well enough, thank you, sir.
Enter.
Uncle?
Uncle. Nephew.
This is my wife, Sheila.
Uncle Amos?
Sit down, sit down.
Uncle, I was trying to tell Sheila on the train how long it had been since
I
was
am
at this...
about to die.
What did you say, Uncle?
I say I am about to die! I am going to leave everything that I have to you. I'm not happy about this, but since you are my only living relative, I have no choice. There are, however, certain conditions.
What are they, Uncle?
You will have to live in this house.
I love this house, Uncle. Some of my happiest childhood memories are here.
That's good, that's good. There are, however, one or two other conditions.
What are they, Uncle?
You will remain here and do my bidding.
Which is, Uncle?
That you spend 24 hours of every day here, and that you allow no day or night to go by without examining the burial vault beneath this house. My body will lie there, and the vault will be sealed as I direct. If at any time you should discover that someone or someone has been tampering with the vault, you will find my written instructions in the top drawer of this desk. In return for this house and all that I possess, which is considerable, will you promise to do these things exactly as I demand?
I promise, Uncle.
Exactly as I demand!
Exactly.
I'll tell Jacob to see to your things. I'll block him yet. Amos Wilder is still a match for you. Do you hear me, Andrew? Do you hear me?
Can you hear me, Andrew? Can you hear me? The frightened challenge of an old man. To who? Or to what? Questions. How does the old man know that he will soon be dead? And why does he fear that which may follow his death? Questions. Questions which will be answered before the night is done, as sure as my name is Boris Karloff. But what are the questions that remain unanswered? Black secrets, jealously guarded, handed down. Spells, incantations, rituals, curses. The mysteries of the universe that have been revealed through the centuries only to a scattered, unscrupulous few who thrive on evil and aren't too particular about the final disposition of their immortal souls. Such a man was Andrew Bentley, and our story tonight concerns the efforts of the living to combat his return from the world of the dead. Our players are John Newland, Antoinette Bauer, Philip Bourneuf, Oscar Baregi, and Reggie Nalder. Yes, my friends, there are those who believe in the occult arts, and it is said even those who practice them. All that is required is the proper recipe, a gentleman's agreement with the devil, and an unflinching faith in the supernatural. Can it really be true? I don't think so. Everybody knows there's no such thing as magic.
It's all right. I haven't forgotten you. Deep down into the depths of the earth, gloriously never to see the sun again.
Must be Uncle Amos.
Why is he playing the organ at this time of night?
I don't know. It is his house, darling.
It sounds as if it were coming from the cellar.
You go back to bed. I'll go down and see what it is.
Ellis, let me go with you, please.
All right.
How weird it sounds.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Difficult day.
One that I'm not sorry to see end.
It's been a horrible day.
Yes, indeed. Funeral, interment, reading of the will, all in a matter of hours. But it's over now. And all this is yours.
Including a sealed burial vault.
Oh, I shouldn't let that bother me.
It wouldn't ordinarily. But after seeing Uncle Amos only last night, and having him tell us that he was about to die.
Dr. Weatherby, the last thing he said to us was, I won't be seeing you again. How did he know?
Well, I hadn't really intended to tell you so soon. It wasn't quite that mysterious. Tragic, yes, but not mysterious.
What do you mean?
When your uncle said, I won't be seeing you again, he meant that he intended to take his life with poison.
What? How do you know?
Well, even if I hadn't examined him, I'd have known. The odor of arsenic is unmistakable.
But why? Was he ill?
No, not physically.
His mind.
I'm afraid so.
Yes, well, that would certainly explain some of his odd conditions.
Conditions?
That must be why he said what he did.
And what would that be?
He said, I'll block him yet.
Him?
Yes. Amos Wilder is still a match for you. Do you hear me, Andrew? Do you hear me?
Andrew.
What do you suppose this Andrew might be? Thank you, Jacob. Yes, Jacob?
Sir, I realize that this is not the time for this, but
What is it?
I wish to leave, sir.
Leave?
Yes, sir.
You mean permanently?
Yes, sir.
But why?
I have my reasons, sir.
Well, I'm sure you have, but after 30 years with my uncle.
33, sir.
33 years then, Jacob, and you want to leave?
Yes, sir.
Is it us, Jacob?
Oh, no, Madam Colby. Of course it isn't. It's...
Well, what is it, Jacob? Well, I understand that I can't force you to say what it is. But couldn't you stay at least a little while until my wife and I have a chance to familiarize ourselves with the house, or at least replace you with someone else?
Well, perhaps for a little while. I am sorry.
I wonder why Jacob was so upset. Did you see how he was? He's been acting strangely ever since my uncle died. Why do you suppose he'd want to leave after so many years? Do you know? Dr. Weatherby, who is Andrew?
Not is, Mr. Corbett. Was. Andrew Bentley died 2 years ago.
Your uncle was really mad.
I think he must have been.
Then why are you doing this? Why are you staying in this house and agreeing to these incredible conditions?
I don't know. Except that, well, I did promise. And it really isn't that much trouble. After all, he did leave us everything he owned. Didn't he? Seems all right. Yeah, now that wasn't so bad, was it?
book in here is about the occult.
Yes. You know, I can remember my mother telling me stories of Uncle Amos and his black magic.
You never told me that. No wonder he was so strange.
Let me show you something. Yes.
Your uncle gave this to me before he died, sir. He told me to give it to you after you had examined his tomb.
Thank you, Jacob.
What is it?
I beg your pardon, sir. Supper will be served shortly.
Ellis, you must bring Burkhardt here, if he has not already protected me. Otherwise, see marked book on second shelf of 7th compartment in study. Do we know any Burkhardt?
I don't think so.
Well, let's see if there's a marked book on the second shelf of the 7th compartment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rights of protection.
Protection? Against what?
Yes?
The Reverend Burkhardt to see you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Corbett.
Good evening, Reverend. This is my wife, Sheila.
Mrs. Corbett.
Please, come in and sit down, Reverend.
No, thank you. I only have a moment or so. I just wanted to stop by and, first of all, extend my condolences on your uncle's tragic demise. Secondly, to explain why I couldn't appear at the funeral to bless your uncle's grave.
So that's what he meant by protection.
I beg your pardon? Oh, I see. You, of course, understand why that protection, as he termed it, had to be withheld.
I presume you mean because he took his own life.
Yes. As far as this book is concerned...
The rights of protection?
Yes, put it away.
Why?
For your own good.
For protection of... No. That's from things. Walk the night. Res existem quae noctem obscuritatemque suem pervadent. There are things which stalk abroad by darkness. Demones qui homines incultus saepis in temptationem inducant. Demons lured on by man's ignorance.
Mr. Corbett, please.
Caveant omnus ut semitipse maleficio eorum se exponant atque ad protegendos mortuos et tumbas defensores se erigent. Let no bodies, it means dead bodies, be exposed to their evil wrath. That there be all manner of protection from mortuos et tumbas.
Crypts and vaults.
Crypts and vaults. Quia demones per loca mortifera sine lege vagantur. Adquer interficiendas animas. For know you that these are soulless demons who haunt the places of the dead seeking to possess these dead and use them. Here, darling.
I don't think I can stand this house much longer.
Why? What's the matter?
There's something unnatural here. Strange noises.
No, that's just... Oh, don't be silly. This is the most incredible book. I just read something...
I don't want to hear it. How long are we going to stay in this place? How long?
24 hours of every day.
What do you mean by that?
We promised, or rather I promised, to take care of my uncle's grave.
Forever? Surely you're not serious.
What do you want me to do? Give up this marvelous house and a sizable bank account and go back to that grubby little apartment at the university? Do you enjoy spending the rest of your life kowtowing to deans' wives? You know, Sheila, sometimes you and I have very little in common. I'm sorry. Really, I am. It's just that this whole business has me edgy, too. Forgive me. It's just that now, at last, I have the time to write. I'll never finish my book if I have to go on preparing for classes day after day after day.
I know. It's just that this house depresses me so.
But you'll get used to it. I'm sure you will. I have.
Ellis! Where are you going?
To examine the vault.
You do believe it, don't you?
I don't know. You want to come with me?
No.
Sheila, if it gets to be too much for you, I mean, really too much, we'll leave. I promise. All right? Who are you? Get away from that door.
darling. Darling. What happened? I heard a terrible sound. What was it? What happened?
There was a man down there. There was someone trying to get into the vault.
Into the vault?
I told him to stop. He was terrifying. I tried to stop him. I started to move toward him. And suddenly I heard a sound. I looked over my shoulder, and I saw... Oh.
Monsieur Corbett,
Jacob, I've just come from the vault.
Sir?
Someone was down there. Someone trying to get into the vault. Someone I've never seen before. Who is he, Jacob? He was tall. He wore a long black cape. You know who he is, don't you, Jacob? He's the reason you're frightened, isn't he? He's the reason you want to leave. Who is he, Jacob? Jacob! Who is he, Jacob?
He is Andrew Bentley, sir. He is Andrew Bentley!
Let's cover him up. You say he saw something that terrified him.
Who is Andrew Bentley? You know who he is, don't you, Doctor?
Yes, I know.
Who is he?
Am I to understand that what Jacob saw was Andrew Bentley?
Sheila saw him, too. I saw him.
You saw him?
Yes.
You couldn't have. He's dead.
The man we saw is not dead.
Nobody has seen Andrew Bentley for 2 years.
Who is he? Tell me.
I never knew him very well. He was a man I never had any dealings with whom I never cared to have any. In all my life, I've never known a human being whose mere presence was so completely evil.
Why was he evil?
He was said to be a sorcerer, a practitioner of black magic.
You believe this?
I don't know. All I know is that everyone here feared him. I feared him.
Why? What were you afraid of?
It's impossible to say, really. It was all emotional. Something sensed rather than understood. Things that people claimed to have seen and heard. Weird companions. A strange, horrifying sound.
What kind of sound?
Why do you ask?
Because we heard a sound. Tonight. A terrible sound.
Is this the man you saw?
Yes.
That's Andrew Bentley. Your uncle gave me that photograph.
But what is that?
His familiar,
Is what?
his creature. A demon summoned to do his bidding.
I saw it. I saw it.
But why is he here? Why is Bentley here?
Foreknow you that those soulless demons haunt the places of the dead.
Seeking to possess those dead and use them.
They want my uncle's body. That's what he was afraid of.
But what are we to do?
The letter.
What letter?
The last thing my uncle told me was that if ever we suspected that someone was tampering with the vault, we would find written instructions in a letter in the top drawer of his desk. Alice, if they come from me, as indeed they must have if you are reading this, there is but one course you can take. Bentley's corpse must be found and utterly destroyed.
Then he is dead.
But we saw him.
I killed Bentley almost 2 years ago. Stabbed him with a hunting knife, which must still be fixed in his skeleton. What you see walking the night is his ghost. He may look real, but he is not. What you see is a shade, a specter without substance. Both Burkhart and Weatherby suspected that I aided Bentley in his obscene rites. But that was long before I knew what depths of evil lurked in Bentley's heart.
Yes, I knew about your uncle's preoccupation with this...
Black magic.
Yes, if you will. But I didn't know it had gone this far.
When he summoned forth that hideous and hellish demon of his, I had no choice. I killed Andrew Bentley. After I killed him, I placed his body in the vault. But the familiar moved it and hid it somewhere in the grounds. I've not been able to find the remains, but I have kept them from the house with my magic. They torment me constantly. I cannot go on. Yet I fear what must follow when I am dead.
What does he mean?
They will want my body, Ellis, so that it can be inhabited by Bentley's demon. Save me from this unspeakable horror. Find his corpse. Destroy it. Now. It must be somewhere in the cellar.
Wait, you can't do this alone. It's extremely dangerous. We need the Reverend Burkhart.
us water.
What was that sound? I heard it all the way inside the church.
Father, help us, please.
We must find Andrew Bentley's body.
And destroy it. Please.
My carriage is behind the church. Quickly. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I command thee, spirit, leave this place and return to thy grave.
Obviously another way out of the room. Take the other way.
Bentley's remains are destroyed, it will return to depths from whence it came.
Now, for the love of God, rest in peace.
No. From this time on, there will be little peace for the soul of Andrew Bentley. For the sake of God, justice will now be done.
You're about to see an incredible human document. An encounter with forces that no one on this earth really understands. You may find it shocking, impossible. But it is nevertheless evidence of a universe beyond the power of our five senses. It began at 14,000 feet above the barren wastes of North Africa in the summer of 1944. It happened to Second Lieutenant Wilenski of the United States Air Corps, Lieutenant Harold Wilenski of Chicago, Illinois. It could only have happened here, for the ever-shifting sands of the Sahara have drifted back and forth for many centuries, covering and uncovering civilizations that harken back to the very beginning of man's culture. Their dry and ancient weight still hides many secrets of antiquity, some of which may never be discovered, as this one might not have been except for the strangest story in the annals of archaeology. For when the almost lifeless form of Lieutenant Wilenski was found 4 days later, this key to the past was once again buried beneath the sand. If Lieutenant Wilenski had died on the Egyptian desert, that would have been the end of the story, as it was for too many in those years of 1941 to 1945. But Lieutenant Wilenski did not die. Not entirely.
How's your health this morning, nurse?
Fine. How's yours?
Great. Well, where's my good morning kiss?
Wilenski, you're incorrigible.
Well, I wouldn't want you to feel that you're losing your appeal. Let's see, 31 days stuck inside this thing. That's 31 good morning kisses you owe me.
Such a one-track mind.
You know, nurse, I strongly suspect you're a cold woman, just like all the other British females.
We're nothing at all like the females from your old Chicago, I assume.
A different breed entirely. You know, if you English women don't change your attitude, the race of English men will soon become extinct.
I gather you've made rather an extensive survey in this subject.
Oh, I was stationed in London for 6 months. I had to do something with my time.
Oh, of course. And naturally, nothing else occurred to you.
Is there anything else? Wait a minute, nurse. Would you mail this for me? My ex-wife in Chicago's asking for more alimony. She says, what do I need money for lying in the hospital? I told her to come and get it.
Oh, you're a funny man, Wilenski.
More alimony. I'm telling you, nurse, more alimony for her boyfriends, that's what it is.
Lieutenant?
What?
What is this?
I don't know.
Well, did you draw it?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just sort of doodled it. I'm a great doodler.
Doodler?
Yeah.
That is hardly doodling.
Well, what is it?
Looks like old Egyptian writing.
Hey, nurse, maybe it's a secret code. Maybe I'm a Nazi spy.
Well, in that case, I won't bring you any breakfast. Let someone else bring food to the enemy.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Are now seen to be inaccurate and premature. In view of Dr. McAllister's findings at the oasis of Corfu.
How are you this morning, Mr. Brimley?
Well, according to your Dr. Beauvais, I can live forever if I don't move. An extremely bad bargain as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if you do what he tells you now, Perhaps you can do what you want to do later. Hearts have been known to mend, you know.
Save your fairy tales for your more gullible patients, nurse.
Any letters for the post this morning?
No, perhaps later.
Mr. Brimley, could you take a look at that? It is old Egyptian writing, isn't it?
Who drew this?
Lieutenant Wilenski, the young flyer across the hall. I told him I thought it was.
Take me to his room,
No,
nurse.
but the doctor said...
Hang the doctor. Doctor has plenty of time. I haven't.
I have a visitor for you, Lieutenant.
All right, bring him in. Anything for a little action.
My name is Brimley. I'm across the hall.
So?
Oh, this is not a social call, Lieutenant. That'll be all, nurse. Thank you.
No? Maybe you want to sell me some sunburn lotion.
I'm an Egyptologist, Lieutenant. An archaeologist specializing in the ancient Egyptian civilization. I work with the Egyptian Department of Antiquities.
So?
Well, obviously, you are very well informed on the culture of the pharaohs. But if there's any reason why you don't want to discuss it...
Discuss what?
Well, certainly you've done a great deal of work on the ancient hieroglyphics.
I have?
On the back of this envelope, you have drawn the seal and the personal motto of an ancient Egyptian monarch.
Oh. Something I saw in a museum, I suppose. When we were in grade school, they used to drag us to a museum every year.
The existence of Prince Herkner was unknown then.
Well, maybe I read it somewhere.
No, Lieutenant. This information hasn't been published as yet, as you undoubtedly know.
One of us is in the wrong kind of hospital, Brimley. How could I draw something like that if I never even saw it?
That's a fascinating question.
To say the least. Well, what does it say, these hieroglyphics?
Well, as I said, this is the symbol and the motto of Prince Herkner. It's rather ironic, too, because the very existence of Herkner has been one of history's best-kept secrets for over 4,000 years. And his tomb is one of the very few that has never been discovered. What a find that would be. Now, the best translation we have is, "The glory of Herkner shall not die. His name shall pass from generation to generation forever."
Yeah, the only name I want to pass from generation to generation is Wilenski.
Now, you spent a few days wandering on the desert after you parachuted from your plane.
Yeah, 3 days walking, and so they tell me, 4 days lying there flat on my back while I was acquiring this Palm Beach suntan.
In your wanderings in the desert, did you come across anything that could explain this?
The only thing I came across was sand. Hot sand. Anyway, after the first day, I was 3/4 blind from the glare. If your prince had come riding up to me on a 4-humped camel, I probably wouldn't even have noticed him.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant.
Hey, Brimley.
Yes?
How would you like to be a buddy?
I beg your pardon?
I've been trying to get my hooks on some booze ever since I woke up in this place. They won't let me move because of this thing on my face, but you get around pretty good in that go-kart of yours. How about finding me a bottle somewhere?
Well, I wouldn't want to do anything that would cause any trouble.
All right. Forget it. Now, it's about time. Do you mind, buddy? I'm hungry, and ancient history gives me a bellyache.
Certainly, Lieutenant.
Wilenski, your manners are abominable. It's time you were in your bed anyway, Mr. Brimley. If the doctor caught you in here, he'd have my neck.
Nurse, tell me what you know about that young man.
Well, I don't know too much, except he's a very difficult patient.
Samara. Where is the river that flows through my heart and bends and turns to a temple and a city. There in the garden that grows to the river's edge, Samara walks. Samara, your prince commands. Tonight, at the apex of the moon, we will meet in the royal gardens at the river's edge. Tonight, Samara. Tonight.
Some more coffee, Lieutenant?
You can take it away now.
I've got something for you.
What?
Well, you showed such a flair the other day with a pencil. I thought you might like to do some sketching to while away the time.
Well, aren't you the little ray of sunshine? Therapy for the disturbed patient.
Well, I only just thought that you might...
Oh, all right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't open my big mouth. Well, Brimley, what's your problem today?
I know it's a little bit early in the day for this sort of thing, but I thought you might like to have some of this.
Brimley, I've done you wrong. Well. Sorry, I only have the one glass, but with this thing on my face, I'd have to make pretty much of a mess trying to drink out of the bottle.
There you are.
Oh, aren't you going to join me?
Not right now, thank you.
Oh, go on.
No, thank you.
Huh. That's better. Okay, Brimley, I know you didn't bring me this booze out of the kindness of your heart. What do you want?
Well, I know this may sound ridiculous to you, Lieutenant, but please bear with an old man. Does the name Samara mean anything to you, Lieutenant?
At the moment, it seems to mean free booze.
It doesn't sound at all familiar, even vaguely?
If I say yes, do I get another shot? From the great oasis at Tartum.
Lieutenant.
And the people shall be freed of the harvest sickness. Yes.
Herkner.
Huh? What's going on around here? What are you doing? Recording my snores or something?
How do you feel, Lieutenant?
I'm hungover, that's how I feel. What were you doing?
This may seem very strange to you, Lieutenant. Perhaps by some happy accident, by a fantastic stroke of luck, I happen to be in this hospital with you now.
What are you babbling about?
You wouldn't understand it. I hardly understand it myself.
Nothing you said so far has made any sense.
Wait a minute. Now listen to this.
The divine journey shall be given to you by the twin gods of life into eternity. Hey, that's my voice. I am Herkner, one of the most royal blood, a double son of Ra. History shall know me as a great builder. What is this, a trick?
This is no trick, Lieutenant.
Well, what is it then, hypnotism?
I don't know what it is. Lieutenant, I want you to help me find the tomb of Prince Herkner.
You want me to help find you the tomb of Prince Herkner?
Lieutenant, I don't have very much time left. To find this tomb would mean a great deal to me.
All right, buddy. You get me another bottle of booze, and I'll help you find anything you want.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
For what?
Dr. Bouvet is coming in after lunch to remove your...
You mean the thing is finally coming off my face? Oh, what's with you?
That's excellent. But I'm afraid the charwoman is going to take a pretty dim view of your painting on the wall. Why didn't you use the pad I gave you?
Brimley.
I beg your pardon?
Brimley?
Brimley, Lieutenant.
Well, sure, who else?
Look at your hand, Lieutenant.
I hope you're fully prepared, nurse. Women have been known to faint with joy at their first sight of the Wilenski face.
Oh, I'm pretty sturdy, Lieutenant. I haven't fainted in days.
Hold it steady for a moment, Lieutenant, will you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we are.
What's the matter with you two? Well, that's a pretty funny gag, but I'm not that beautiful. Okay. Joke's over. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Come in. Hello, Lieutenant.
Mr. Brimley, do you understand what's happened to me?
Understand? No one in the world understands these things. What are you going to do, Lieutenant?
Go back to the States. Find myself a good plastic surgeon.
Why? That's not such a bad face. Rather handsome, as a matter of fact.
It's not mine. Who wants to see the face of a stranger every time he looks in the mirror?
Are you sure it's such a stranger? Are you sure that you're still the same, completely the same, inside?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, why do you have that face? Or?
There, where the rays of the morning light shall each new day shine through the grape. Look, I just came in here to say goodbye to you and to say I'm sorry I can't help you find this Herkner's tomb. I know how much it means to you, and I know you got some wild idea that you think I can help you, but it's a waste of time, believe me. It'd be a waste of time.
You're leaving tonight.
The first thing in the morning.
Well, good luck to you anyhow, Lieutenant.
Thanks. I can use it. I suppose you realize there's not the slightest chance in the world we'll ever find this Herkner's tomb.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'll make the necessary arrangements immediately. Here, Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Venez, apportez vos outils. C'est ici. Commençons. Now.
Prince Herknap finally found his place in history. With the discovery of his resting place, the lasting glory he so desired was his. His tomb was moved intact to this Museum of Antiquities, a long way from the desert, where Lieutenant Wilenski first began his amazing retreat in time. What about Wilenski? What about the man who was so incredibly possessed by the soul of another long dead? Well, his mission of discovery accomplished, Wilenski was restored to himself, but the marks of two men were left upon him. An ancient prince and Mr. Brimley, who died triumphant. Wilenski did not go home to Chicago, not at all. He too became a searcher after the secrets of man's journey through time.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed. You gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
This place? You have to be kidding.
No.
But what happened to the broad green lawns and the servants in crisp white uniforms?
Oakmore was the most beautiful estate in the county. I can't understand why my uncle has let it run down like this.
Doesn't look to me like your uncle or anybody else lives here. I told you we should have waited for an answer to our letter.
You told me every mile of the way. But you didn't suggest what we should do for money or a place to stay while we were waiting.
I only hope he still remembers you were his favorite nephew. When was the last time he dandled you on his knee? 20 years ago?
Cut the chatter. Let's go inside.
Dark. Let's go back to the village.
I've got exactly $12 in my pocket. How long do you think that'll keep us?
Well, it's obvious he doesn't live here anymore. Let's go.
Don't be in such a rush.
Hello, anybody here?
Why don't you take a look in there, honey?
nobody in there.
Well, maybe the old boy took a trip or something. Or maybe he's just not using this part of the house. Anyway, I'm going to make sure. Conrad? Well, I guess you don't recognize me, sir. It's Fred. Fred Bancroft? Your nephew. And this is my wife, Molly. Molly, this is my uncle.
Hello. I hope you don't think we're snooping. We did knock, and Fred was certain you were here.
I was in the library.
In the library?
Yes.
Well, that certainly is good to see you again, sir. How have you been?
Come this way.
Fred, I looked in the library. He wasn't in there. It was empty.
Don't be silly. Go on. Go on.
You know, there's something vaguely familiar about that Dr. Markesan. Creepy, sinister sort of chap, don't you agree? I have it. He's the kind of netherworld character who's forever popping up in nightmares. My nightmares, at any rate. But as for the doctor's young and apparently uninvited house guests, well, something tells me they'll soon regret disturbing the tomb-like serenity of this decaying old house. I dare you to guess what's in store for Fred Bancroft, as played by Dick York. And Molly, his charming but frightened young wife, as played by Carolyn Carney. And how will Professor Angus Holden, as played by Henry Hunter, figure in the terror which awaits our unfortunate young couple? If you think the answers are entirely dependent upon the whims of the inhospitable Dr. Conrad Markesan, you're right, my friends. So please, just sit quietly. Don't make a sound. I shudder to think of what would happen if he knew that you were watching.
We're not intruding. I thought I'd never get warm again. You know, we drove all the way from New York in that open car of ours, and we didn't once see the sunshine.
I suppose you got our letter explaining it.
No. I've been away, and I'm leaving again soon.
Oh, well, I guess some explanations are in order.
Yeah, you must think we're a couple of nuts barging in like this. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, Molly and I planned to do our post-grad work at Penrose. We thought that maybe you would... But tell the truth, sir, we're flat broke. We need a place to stay until we find jobs. It would only be for a short time, Uncle. I figured maybe you could use your influence at the university to maybe get us a part-time job as... Well, at the cafeteria.
I severed my connection with the university years ago.
Well, I'm sure it would only take us a few days to find something. So if you could only put us up, I'd be glad to pitch in and, well, the place certainly does need repairs and the grounds need work and...
Stop begging him, Fred. Let's get out of here.
And stay where?
I don't care. Anywhere.
Come in here, please. There is money here. You may take what you need.
That's awfully nice of you, Uncle Conrad.
But we're not beggars.
What Molly means is that we couldn't take your money. We just need a place to stay for a few days.
What you ask is impossible. The house is uncared for. All the utilities have been disconnected.
All right. Perhaps the people at Penrose will be a little more hospitable than my uncle.
You mean you're really going to enroll at Penrose?
Yes, sir. That's what I've been talking about.
That's why we came here.
Well, then it would hardly do for you to be discussing me in a bad light with my former colleagues, would it now? Perhaps we had better make some arrangement.
Look, we're not trying to force you into having us if it's going to be inconvenient.
And we don't go talking about people behind their backs.
I am glad to hear you say that. I will hold you to your word. No one must know that I have returned. The work on which I'm engaged is highly secret, you understand?
Yes, sir.
It is essential that news, any progress I may have made, remain confidential until I am ready. I ask you to respect my confidence.
Of course, Uncle Conrad.
Very well, then, you may stay. In the master suite off the hall on the second floor. Do whatever cleaning you deem necessary in those rooms and the kitchen, that is all. Touch nothing else. Above all, do not seek me out or disturb me for any reason whatsoever.
Whatever you say, sir.
One more condition, and this is vital. I do not care to have you venture forth at night. You must either stay in those rooms from dusk until dawn, or leave the house entirely for the night. You understand?
probably scared him. I'll set out some traps tomorrow. You all right? I'm not hungry tonight anyway.
Well, that's good. Because there's not a crumb fit to eat. Everything's years old. Go and look for yourself. Look. How does he exist? What does he eat? Look, this kitchen, it hasn't been used for years.
Well, he did say he'd been away. Let's take a look at our rooms. Bathtub in here big enough to go water skiing. We'll have to turn the water on, though. Not too bad, huh?
Well, it's dusty and it's damp.
Good fire will fix that.
There's somebody out there.
Lock was sprung closed.
Fred, your uncle has locked us in.
Don't get panicky. We can always bail out that window. Not a very complimentary good morning for a considerate husband.
You scared me. Coffee. Oh, you wonderful, beautiful man. Where'd you find it?
In the kitchen. There was an old can that hadn't been opened. That's the first time I ever cooked on a wood stove.
But our door was jammed.
No, it was open. He must have slipped the bolt before I woke up.
What bolt?
Then he did lock us in.
All right, just take it easy. The old man said he didn't want us prowling around after dark, and we agreed. Guess he just wasn't taking any chances.
But why? What's he hiding? What doesn't he want us to see?
How the devil do I know? Here, drink your coffee and get dressed. I'm going to shave.
Fred?
Yeah, honey.
I looked in the hallway. None of the doors have bolts, just the master suite, and it's not a new fixture.
Oh?
Fred, there's something you're not telling me.
All right, if you must know, my Aunt Lorinda was, shall we say, mentally disturbed for years before she died. My uncle refused to have her committed. She lived out her life in these rooms. At least that's how the family gossip goes.
Why didn't you tell me last night?
Because you would have panicked and spoiled everything.
Well, you're darn right I would have. Whatever was wrong with your Aunt Lorinda doesn't excuse our being locked up in here like a pair of sheep.
Honey, if it makes the old man happy to know that we're not roaming around the house poking into his keepsakes, doesn't hurt to humor him, does it?
Well, suppose there's a fire some night.
If you aren't the world's worst worry wart.
Well, anything could happen in this place.
All right. All right, I will take care of it. Now, why don't you go into the village and get us some food? In the meantime, I'll get started on the yard work. It's the family bankroll. $12. See how far you can make it stretch.
Suppose we can't find jobs before this runs out, Fred.
We will. Now, go on.
Hi. How's the KP?
The KP is starved. What took you so long?
Did you speak to your uncle about locking us in last night?
No.
Oh, I didn't think you would.
Well, I didn't because I couldn't. He left me a note, said he'd gone.
For how long?
The note didn't say.
Well, I hope we'll be gone before he comes back. I stopped at the student's employment office and filled out some job applications for us.
Good. What's the prognosis?
Hopeful.
Only hopeful?
Only hopeful.
Well, at least we got a roof over our heads, such as it is. And something to sustain the corporeal man.
Right.
Now, hurry up. I'm starved. Didn't realize I was getting so flabby. There's not a muscle in my carcass that's not howling bloody murder. Honey, where are my clean T-shirts? Molly!
Something to read. I have to do something to get my mind off this place.
Is this the best you can do, old newspapers?
Well, if you'd rather curl up to a musty old science book, go help yourself. The library's full of them.
Come on, it's already dark. We're supposed to be in our rooms.
Have to break my arm?
I ought to break your neck of all the stupid things to do.
Well, what did I do that's so terrible?
You know what happened if the old man ever caught you prowling around his library?
Well, I don't know what he's so worried about. I doubt even Einstein can understand those books and papers of his. Those stairs, I got duck bumps.
I'll put some more wood on the fire. What?
I didn't hear him out there. I mean his footsteps. Did you?
What difference does it make? Obviously, he's back and we're locked in again. What did you expect? You know, there ought to be a law requiring everybody to spend one day out of the year reading old newspapers. And you see what we were in such a sweat about a few years ago, it makes you laugh. Child's play compared to today's problem. Huh? That's a fine thing. Here I am spouting profundities. You're flirting with the Sandman.
Naturally, I was dubious when Professors Grant and Charing came to me with the story. At first, I thought they were playing a joke on their colleague. When I realized that they were serious and that Professor Markesan had actually...
No, Latimer. That was not quite your testimony. Try again.
When I realized that they were serious, I summoned Professor Markesan. It was then he told me his theory about...
Wait! You qualified the word theory, did you not?
It was then he told me his preposterous theory about...
Go on.
Go
on!
Oh, Markesan, in the name of all that's holy, let us rest. What has been done can't be undone. Let us rest.
When I have finished with you, my friend, you will have all eternity in which to rest. In the meantime, we will review your testimony over and over and over again. You must be letter perfect when our esteemed Dean, Angus Holden, comes to rehear the case. Continue, Latimer. Continue!
What is it? What is
Vincent.
I...
Darling, what's the matter? Please.
Oh, I was dreaming.
About what?
My uncle and his 3 guests. Molly, he had guests last night.
How do you know that?
I saw them downstairs in the library.
How did you get downstairs?
When you were in town yesterday, I rigged up a wire so I could pull that bolt from the inside.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you were so darn sure I wouldn't do anything about us being locked in here.
All right. I'm sorry I sandpapered your precious ego. Now, tell me what happened.
Well, you were asleep. I heard voices downstairs. So I went to investigate.
Please, come on, tell me.
Molly, I saw them. My uncle and 3 men. 3 terrible-looking men. They were like creatures out of a nightmare. I couldn't see their faces too clearly, but they were horrible.
Darling, are you sure you weren't having a nightmare, really?
Molly, I know what I saw. But what I can't understand is how they got here. I didn't hear any cars. Unless they came by way of the footpath behind the arboretum.
Do you know what's in back of that arboretum? A swamp. And in the back of the swamp is a graveyard.
Yeah?
I don't like the way you're acting. You're keeping something from me.
Why should I keep anything from you?
Because you're just silly enough to try to want to protect me.
Protect you? My big worry is protecting me from you.
Then why don't you tell me the rest, huh?
Honey, because there's nothing else to tell. Maybe there wasn't anything from the beginning. Maybe you're right. Maybe it just was a bad dream. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that it was just a sick nightmare. Because if it wasn't, I'm losing my mind. I just can't understand what's happened to this place. There's something diseased about it.
Fred.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to tell you yesterday because I didn't want to get your hopes up. But they told me at the Students' Employment Office that there might be a file clerk's job open next week in Professor Holden's office.
Holden? Angus Holden?
Yes. He's dean of the science faculty. Do you know him?
Oh, no. I just heard the name somewhere.
trust you're feeling rested and a little more alert than last night. Up, my friend, it's getting late. We still have to arouse Grant and Cherry. Up, I said. Up!
Professor Holden and bring him back here.
Oh, you tell me now. What's happened? What did you see downstairs?
I saw those same three men and my uncle.
Well, is that any reason to go rushing after a man you don't even know?
Something horrible going on. Something unholy. I don't even know if I should believe what I saw. Professor Holden will know. He knows my uncle. He knows his work. That's why I gotta bring him back here. Now, Molly, I want you to lock that door from the inside. Don't let anyone in until I get back. Do you understand?
How long will you be gone?
Well, it's almost midnight now. I'll be back by 1 o'clock. Now, you stay in this room.
Absolutely no sense.
I'm sorry, Professor Holden. I guess I'm not exactly rational after what I just saw.
Then I suggest we continue when you've got hold of yourself.
No, I've got to know now, and you can help me. You were my uncle's superior. You sat in judgment on him. There was some sort of an informal trial, wasn't there? Professors Charing, Grant, and Latimer testified against my uncle?
I don't know where you got your information, but it was decided that Professor Markesan would resign for reasons of health. That's all I can tell you.
Professor, please. I've got to know, and you can help me. I've seen and heard things that make me doubt my sanity. Please.
Well, Professor Markesan claimed that he had devised certain chemical techniques with which he could raise the dead. The key to his discovery, according to him, was a fluid which he extracted from the mold found in graves. To prove his theory, he invited 3 of his colleagues to his laboratory for a secret demonstration. Naturally, they told me.
Professors Latimer, Charing, and Grant. Do you know what's become of them?
All dead, along with Markesan.
Along with Markesan? You mean you think Conrad Markesan's dead?
Or didn't you know?
My uncle's alive. I saw him less than an hour ago.
Well, that's impossible. Conrad Markesan is buried in the family crypt. I attended his funeral.
No.
You can confirm what I'm saying very simply. Go to the crypt and see for yourself.
I intend to, Professor. I intend to. Molly? Molly! Molly! Molly!
Good evening. We've been waiting. Allow me to introduce my former colleagues, Professor Latimer, Dr. Clark.
Where's Molly?
You will soon be together. Have no fear.
Where is she?
What a pity you broke your word to me. Now you must both remain in this house and join our select but cadaverous little company. Imagine being quite dead and yet returning from the grave again and again, as I will it.
Where is she?
You should be proud of your Uncle Conrad. He has conquered death. You hear? I have conquered death. I and I alone understand the secret of life itself.
You're mad.
Not only have I the power to restore the dead, but I can prolong my own existence forever.
Raving mad.
Then if that is so, eternity must be madness. For I am eternity, everlasting without end.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.